beep, beep, beep. 'Tis I, the Edijester. How the devil are you? Here, is it me? Or is there a disturbance in the farce? It's utterly glorious. There's all sorts going on. Have you noticed? All sorts. Funny things happening. Little what I would call indicators. And I think the first of those, the most interesting of those I'm seeing so far, is that there are reports coming up that there are people removing pronouns. The pronouns are starting to disappear. Not just on things like the twitoids or that other one. What's it called? Blueness. Anyway, or something where all the left is hide out. Can you imagine what it smells like? A Russian commune. It's wheat and dead people. Right? So that's going on. And then I'm seeing people on Twitter saying, oh, my mates there. But one that I thought was quite important was my therapist colleagues are removing their pronouns. Hello. What are we going to call it? It's going to need a name. Come on, we've got to come up with a name. I'm thinking the great unpronouncing. That could be it, couldn't it? Or anti-nouning? Anti-nouning. It sounds like somebody you have around for Christmas because she's horrible for the rest of the year and stinks a urine. Where's anti-nouning? She's not coming. So, come on. We're going to have to name this. Somebody help me out here. We've got to name it. We have to, right? So that's one thing that's going on, right? Now, the other thing is, and this is just in some ways glorious because it's so obvious it hurts. There's a bloke pretending to be a woman called Brian Woo Woo or something. Is it Woo Woo? Brian Woo Woo. It's not Woo Woo, is it? It's Woo, innit? Is it just Woo or is it Woo Woo? Woo Woo you with in the moonlight. Woo Woo's that girl. It's not a girl. Oh my God. Right. Has been like doing the rounds on various talk shows, making a right horse's patoot of himself. There's one of these people that demand trying to make himself look like a reasonable loon, right? So it's like I'm in the fruit bowl with the rest of them, but I'm a better Fruit Loop than that Fruit Loop sat next to me. That's what they're doing, and it's so obvious. Because it's got to stay out of the women's toilets, and he says, "Oh, hang on a minute, I've got to go to the toilet." Yes, mate, you go to the toilet in the men's, right? Woo you in the moonlight. Right, so you go to the toilet in the men's. It's not a problem, mate. So that's happening. Right, so what we've done so far? The great unpronouncing. The first thing. Now, there's this bint, right, called Fox Fisher. And I get the feeling that she spelt Fisher wrong. Right, called Fox Fisher, okay? It's about Fox Fistula. Who was on a plane in first class. In first class, mind, right? This LARPing woman who's done enormous stuff. And it's also homophobic. There's a video going around of her going, don't confuse trans with with gay. It's nothing deviant like that. It's nothing deviant like that. Is that right, is it? Says the woman who's like pretended to be a bloke and moaning on the first class on a plane on Virgin Media. On Virgin Atlantic. Right, it's on the plane. I said, well, my first class plane, it was dreadful. There were some scuff marks and my chair wouldn't recline and they didn't have the food I wanted. But to top it all off, there was a woman who had the absolute outrageous temerity to wear a t-shirt saying, woman. I'm calling for everybody. They are so self-centered, sick twits. Something wrong with them if they're doing that sort of thing. What the hell is going on? Fox Fisher. Oh, gosh. So, the great unpronouncing Fox Fisher. Now, don't forget, this weekend, there's a demonstration going on for that awful treatment of the 17-year-old girl by the FA. That's important. If you can get there, if you're close enough in London, I know some people are going, I know some warrior teachers are going, then it's important to get down there and go and have a look. Now, the other thing is, PIT parents, P-I-T-T, PIT parents, right, who've done amazing work. Based originally in America, I've spoken at one of their conferences, fantastic people, really good folk. Some warrior teachers are working with them as well. I've put together a new a new website, which has got resources for parents on. So if you go and have a dig around for that, PIT parents and their new resources, that's something else that's obviously worth us mentioning today. What else can I put in my roundup? What else has happened? Oh, wouldn't you be delightful? No. Snow White. You heard about Snow White? She thought 7-Up was a drink till she met the dwarfs. Now, Snow White, right? Okay, which is a new film coming out from Disney. The woman that's playing Snow White is vile. She said terrible things on Twitter. She's a real wokester, and I think it's going to kill it. So we're going to watch and see what happens to Snow White, because I think if it fails, it will dwarf other failures. It will dwarf other failures. So we'll see. But this is the same sort of thing as happened with Dragon Age. If you go woke, you go broke. It's almost like nobody seems to be able to see it any longer, but it's still true. It's still true. So that's all happening. Trump's breaking the world by putting people in places. And they're just human. The left are going insane over in America. The Democrats going absolutely mad. Because he's putting in people that seem to me to be fairly no-nonsense people. So it's like, look, we're going to see something. But if they go too far, we're going to have to deal with them as well. It's the way the world is. It's the pendulum. It's the pendulum. It just means that every now and again, once every 10 or 15 years, we get a bit of peace in the middle. It's like, oh, thank God. Before it swings madly to one side or the other again. So I think that's going to be interesting to watch now Trump's done that. Does anybody know if Starmer's still with us? Because where's he? Where's he? Has anybody heard anything from him? See nothing going on. And GDP has dropped. They've destroyed the country in less than 6 months. It's absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And now they're talking about, there's going to be cuts in electricity. We're back to the 70s, folks. We're back to the 70s. And you can bet that the unions are part of that as well, because they'll be wibbling and talking nonsense. So we've got a great milieu of things going on, haven't we? A great milieu. But yet we're still here and we're still fighting. Come be a word teacher. We're starting Monday. I'm really excited to get started. Looking forward to meeting the new peeps, because that's always important. We've got a few in now. We're doing the testings on the teams to make sure everybody can get in, because warrior teachers aren't necessarily the most technical pods in the world, right? So sometimes they come to the... I've had people turn up to the meetings upside down. And they say to me, I don't know why it's doing it. It's just fantastic. Just fantastic. So that's going on. And the new Wolf Hall's out is the other thing I was going to talk about. Wolf Hall. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't watched the first one yet, because I will wait until they're all out and then I'll watch them all in one go through the night or something. But the new Wolf Hall's out, and already we're hearing that it's got wokery in it, because it's the BBC. I mean, how can the BBC screw up one of the best series they ever made by producing a second one, which is woke? So I've yet to see it, so I'm reserving judgment. But what I'm hearing is that they've got like a black bloke as Henry VIII's advisor, which would have been a very difficult thing indeed to have occurred in Tudor Britain. And people say, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, actually, it does. You know, there was something else, wasn't there, where they had a Doctor Who, and he was not Doctor Who and Albert. Is it Albert Einstein? No, the other one, Newton, Apple's head, gravity. He was black. And then they had Henry VIII as a black disabled man. This is insanity. And the BBC seem to have gone completely off the bloody rails. Trump they've got to go. So there's lots to think about. The weekend's coming, right? Today I'm very tempted, because I've had a bit of an Ocado mishap. Now, I don't normally order from Ocado because I can't bloody afford it. But when they have offers on, I'm like ding 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 ding. And they have some great offers on, so I order from Ocado. And they failed to deliver half of it. They're delivering the other half today, which they're paying for, right? So, but they delivered somebody else's shopping by accident, so I've now got everything I need to make a cassoulet. I'm going with calling that serendipitous. I shall see you later. Have a fabulous weekend and keep going. Bye-bye.